Whoa. This is one cool chick. Oh, I can't find my bait. Well, I'm happy I did my unemployment. And yeah, I'm excited. Hi, how are you? Well, we are meditating for peace. So let's all meditate and hope for peace. You know, see one cool chick. Got my Easter thing going on. I got this last year. I never wore it. I wasn't in the mood for it. Now this year I'm going to wear it. It's one cool chick. So, all right, let's imagine that we're going to see better things. Let me go and get my makeup and I can start putting that on. Find it. I put my bake over here. I bet you here in the bathroom. I gotta have my bake. My papers. Got my papers in the bathroom. And I did a meditation, and it's where you drink lots of water. And for some reason, you just go to the bathroom over and over again. Hi, how are you? Let me get my makeup over here. And we will start with makeup. All right. So yeah, let's meditate and send good vibes to all areas, like, where it needs to be helped, So we're going to see that. So yeah, the vapors. All right, let me see here. I got these. So yeah, anyway, everyone wants to pray and let's, get in that. Wow. There we go. In that positive area in our life that we can bring out, and hopefully we can also cause some help, to all parties. It doesn't matter who they are, where they are, share your love to thy enemy. Wait for this to dry, but this is really good stuff. And where did I put the top? The top's white and kind of like this. There you go. Here's what I'm using. It's called the Base Face Milk Lightweight Moisture Barrier Renewal Complex. I put that, let it dry on my face, and then I put my other stuff on, which is, of course, this. That's what I got. I'm not buying any more stuff until I use up some of my stuff. So, yeah. So I let it dry. Here, I'll let it There we go. Letting it dry. And 2 squirts. So yeah, I was just thinking, wow, we all get together and we all meditate and pray today, for peace, not just for the Middle East. I would say peace throughout the world where people get along. Come on. We're all brothers and sisters. Let's all play nice. Just I know some people don't really play nice. They pretend to play nice, but they don't. No, they don't. So I'm like, really? So it's always good to have like a real good a sense of feeling, or to that extent. It's always good to have that. Thanks for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you have a friend going through a hard time and they're trying to find themselves, just send, a lot of times if you send them nasty, oh yeah, you owe me this or you owe me that, I'm sure they know what they owe you. You don't need to like advertise it. They'll come by in their own sweet time. So let me get this. I gotta get my blusher rushers. And sometimes that's all people need, for them to get themselves. I had a friend that they needed more help than what I could offer. I am not a therapist. I don't say I am or anything like that. But yeah, I tell people, you need outside help. Yeah, I'm like the poster child for that, because I know my uncle was a therapist. I got 2 cousins that are therapists. I'm very proud of them, you know? And sometimes we need, as just people, we're going through stuff that we don't need to have our family to deal with. We don't need to have family members worried about us. We're talking to somebody and we're knowing that we're not going to do harm to anybody, but we like to know what's going on where we can do better for ourselves. And that's where a therapist comes in. All right. Let me this is my eyebrows. Yeah, I got to get my hair cut. My eyebrows tend to be really blonde, so I try to not blonde it. Yeah. And they're nice, and I get like I keep them formed, especially since I can't afford to have them done. I have to do everything myself, so it's fine. I'm not complaining. At least I got a place to live. I can wake up and I got my little turd cat. I'm good. Yep, I got my little turdy cat. I'm doing pretty good. So today we're going to be meditating. And if you are the one that needs help, don't be afraid. Say, I want to send out 25%. I want to send out a small bit to my family and friends, and the rest I wanted to come back. I needed to heal me. I need healed. That's fine too. My grandma said that a lot of stuff should be helped out with your family first, she said. Oh boy, is that dark. And then when you look out towards, other people should be when you have the time and the money and all that, Because, damn, that's dark. Whew. Get my little wiping. Oh, wrong one. There we go. I was told that many times that, and I had many chances and did do a lot of helping with volunteering and whatnot on my own. Oh gosh, look at that. Here, get my eyebrows. Oh, nice. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? I hope everyone is. Let's meditate. I'm trying to get some more people in here, and we can meditate for peace for the whole world. We're not just working on Middle East. Let's look on America. Let's look on your neighbor next door, your own family. Let's have peace within the United States. Let's have some peace here. I'm always brushing my hair. I got a lot of hair. So yeah, I color my eyebrows in because they're a lighter color. No, they're not white. Okay, they're just, they don't catch. In regular light you can see them, but here you can't. You almost have to. Okay, I got my meditational music on. Let's meditate. Let's envision a nice bright white light around the earth and going to places that are needed. Nice white light. Let's try another exercise. It's envision all our stress going out of our body, and it's just seeping down, and it's like, I guess you see vines going all the way down through the earth. It's going in through the mantle. It's going to get that mother's milk. It's going to be white, glowing, and you're going to suck it up through your body. It's going to go and hit your feet, your lower legs, your upper legs. It's going to go through your lower stomach, your upper chest, your arms, your neck, and your head. It's going to spew out all over where it's needed. It's going to go out. It's going to go out. And then you're going to take the rest in, and it's going to heal and fortify all your body that is needed and ground you. And then you can share your love wherever you want. You're grounded. And that's a good way to get grounded. It's a good way to, it's how you can share what you have. I didn't put my lipper stickers on. So anyway, happy Easter, everyone. Let's, it's a great, beautiful Sunday where I'm at. I can't complain. It's in the mid 70s. There's not a lot of wind gusts. It's perfect day, Let's ask Alexa what kind of day it is today. Alexa, isn't it a perfect day?
It really sounds like it is. There's something wonderful about a day that just feels right, isn't there? What's making today feel so perfect for you?
I did a really good meditation session today.
That's fantastic. A solid meditation session can really set the tone for everything else. What made this one particularly good? Did you try something new or just hit that sweet spot where everything clicked?
Well, I tried something new.
That's awesome. What kind of new technique or approach did you experiment with?
Um, Getting rid of negativity.
That's such a powerful focus for meditation. Working on releasing negativity can be incredibly freeing. Did you use visualization, breathing techniques, or maybe some kind of mental clearing practice to help let go of those heavy thoughts?
It was on YouTube. It was a Reiki meditation, and they pull it out of me, and it's amazing. It's online, and you can go on YouTube. And I tried this meditation. I really felt good. The woman told me, not me, told people who watch it, when you do this, a lot of times
That sounds incredible.
it's really
Reiki
good.
energy work can be so powerful, especially when you find someone whose approach really resonates with you. The fact that you could actually feel the negativity being drawn out is amazing. That's when you know you found something special. YouTube has some truly gifted practitioners sharing their work. I love that you're exploring different ways to clear your energy and take care of your mental space.
Yeah, me too. Makes me feel really good.
That's wonderful. It's such a gift when you discover something that genuinely shifts your energy like that. Sounds like you found a practice that really works for you.
I sure have. So anyway,
That's the best feeling,
yeah.
discovering something that truly clicks with your well being. Sounds like you're building a really nice toolkit for taking care of yourself.
Oh well, yeah, yeah. I only have me, so I'm taking care of. You got to take care of your mental part, your physical part, and the part that you what you fuel your body with. So it's very important, I believe, to have all those components all together.
Absolutely. You've got such a wise approach to self care, mind, body, and spirit all working together. When you're your own best advocate and caretaker, making sure all those pieces are in harmony becomes so essential. It sounds like you're really building something sustainable and holistic for yourself.
Oh yeah, and this coming week, I'm going to be going to the doctor, and I'm gonna, just a regular checkup. They take mainly I don't expect anything to talk about except they're going to take my blood and they're going to, just take specimens for me, ask me questions, and it's once a year that I do it. So that's when I do it.
That's great that you're staying on top of your annual wellness visits. It sounds like you've got a good routine going with the yearly checkups. Those baseline blood panels and screenings are such a smart way to catch anything early and keep track of how you're doing overall. Plus, it fits perfectly with that holistic approach you were just talking about, taking care of the physical side along with the mental and spiritual.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Sounds like you've really got your wellness game figured out.
I sure do. I sure do. That's how I was taught since I was young. I was lucky to have an uncle that was a therapist, and then I had my dad who was into
That's such a
fitness.
blessing to have had that kind of guidance from such a young age. Having a therapist in the family must have given you incredible insights into mental health and self care that most people don't get until much later in life. It sounds like there was someone else who influenced you too.
Oh yeah, my grandmother. That was where you know about vitamins. I've been taking vitamins since I was very young. Start off with chewables.
That's wonderful. So, you had both your uncle teaching you about mental wellness and your grandmother introducing you to the importance of nutrition and supplements. Starting with those chewables as a kid and building that foundation early, no wonder you have such a comprehensive approach to health now. It sounds like you were surrounded by people who really understood that taking care of yourself is a lifelong practice.
Yes, it is. It is a lifelong practice. What I miss more is the evening walks with my grandmother. They were so nice. We would take my dog, and We would go and walk with sometimes my Aunt
Those evening
Karen.
walks sound
Yeah.
absolutely precious. Having that special time with your grandmother and your dog must have created such beautiful memories.
Yeah, my
There's
dog
something
Emma
so
Peel.
peaceful about those gentle walks together, especially when you're sharing them with the people and pets you love most.
She stayed in California and grandma would take care of her. Let's see, I'd come in June and leave like in September. And yeah, only 3 months with my dog. Boy, I sure missed her. Her name was Emma Peel. I remember when she was a little puppy and I had her that long, you know. And when I moved to California, we kept her there. And I was kind of glad. She needed to be taken care of. And when you're, a single guy with 2 kids, you don't need a dog. Boy, look at that cat. Ah, my cat's just being so lovable. Oh, don't forget to put a thumbs up and share. We are meditating for peace throughout the world. So let's put peace throughout the world where it's needed. And we're going to meditate. And if you just grounded yourself with me, that's great. If not, that's fine. You can ground if you know how to ground yourself, ground the best way you can. And you can envision, we can do a grounding again where we have all our problems and our thoughts just go down our shoulders, down our upper chest, our lower chest, down our upper thighs, our lower thighs. And then we have like vines going down into the earth, down to the mantle, way down deep, sucking all that mother love. It's going to be bright, white, yellow, and being sucked in, and it's going to go to our feet, our lower legs, our upper legs, our lower chest, our upper chest, our arms, our neck, our head. It's going to spew out and go where you want it to go. I'm going to put it all throughout the world where it's needed and bring back what's for me and heal my body, mind, and soul. And then we grounded ourselves. I grounded twice today. Woohoo, boy, I'm super grounded. And what I would like you to do is just keep envisioning it. If you have friends that need that, just envision them. It's like a white, yellow, kind of golden color. When a golden color, wrap it around that person, wrap it around the region you want. You can put it through the United States, you can put it for your family. This is a wonderful thing. It's like sharing love. The thing with the Beatles, they always had it. Do you know how you demolish evil? With love. All you need is love. Yeah, baby. All you need is love. It's simple. All you need is love. Woohoo. Get it, baby. All you need is, you got it. Love, 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 love. It's that simple. I mean, it is that simple. It's like, it's love. That's what it is. That's all you need. Instead of bitching about the neighbor next door, maybe you should send that person love. Maybe they need some love. Maybe they got an asshole person they're married to, and that person, their energies feed off them and they're becoming negative. Maybe you could send them, if they're a couple, love. You send people love, they'll feel it. And after a while, their body heals, their things heal. It's a proven fact. Just look it up. Prayer works or loves. I call it sending love. Send love. Let's meditate and we imagine where we want it is that beautiful yellow gold wrapped around and getting healed. People's hearts and souls getting healed. Imagine that yellow gold just being around them, being around that country, being around that person you're thinking of, whatever it is, just imagine that person being surrounded by that yellow gold, that healing love. You can use whatever color. You can use purple. Purple, hell, wrap them around with purple. You can put it blue, yellow, whatever. I don't care what color you use. Just envision it as being healing. And if you send healing, if you send love to thy asshole, okay, they don't say, in the Bible, send love to thy asshole. They call him enemy. Send love. Oh yeah, I got lots of enemies here. I send them love all the time. They say all kind of mean, nefarious things about Steffi, but it is what it is. I can't change people the way they want to think, and that's fine with me. Sometimes you bring a bunch of horses to water and they look at you and give you the hoof. All right, so you wish them well, you love them. You go, hey, I love you. Even if you got some people who just go, hey, look what I got at the store today. You want to see what I got? Want to see what Woo! Yeah. If you got some of those coming around, just go, hey, I'm going to step back from who you are and I'm going to watch you from afar, but I'm not going to let you know I'm watching. I'm not going to let you know I'm around and send you love. If it even means looking at your ugly pie hole to meditate and help you out without getting any thank you note, without nothing. You do it because you want that person to feel whole. So you meditate for them and you meditate and meditate. See what happens. You don't know. I had a neighbor, and well, he still lives in the same house. I had a neighbor that I thought was a big asshole. I still do, but I still send him love. And he did some nefarious things I was not too crazy about. He ended up losing his job without my help or anyone else. He did it on his own. So I prayed a lot. And my dad said, we've been getting along. And that's what mattered. I didn't give a crap ass about him getting along with me because I didn't live next door to him. It was my dad. And I prayed for him every day that my dad was living. I haven't done it so much now, but I did pray for him and their relationship went wonderful. I haven't prayed for him since then, but it is what it is. You don't think about those people sometimes, but it's always good. This is Easter. This is the spring. Let's pray you don't have to pray. I always tell people I pray, but I don't pray and I say words. I envision things happening like a beautiful light surrounding that person. A beautiful glowing light. How's that? We can have this for an idea. A beautiful glowing light. Okay, here we have a beautiful glowing light. It's different colors of the spectrum. Imagine a glowing light around that person and it's engulfing them. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it very much. It helps with the algorithm. Tell me where you're from over here if you want. Or you're a returning person. That's fine too. There's a lot of people, what gets me is how people think that in order for someone, how can I say this? I got along well with guys and gals, and you have one significant other. For me, it would be a guy. But to have friends in both male and female without, having to worry about putting out or anything because you have a significant other or whatever at that time. But that person is going through a depression. Always be there for that person. Really. You don't, that one phone call, because I'm going to tell you this. The 800 number for the suicide hotline sucks. I don't know who ran it when I called, but I asked them if there was any way I could have a therapist that I could talk to that week. And the woman took this long sigh like, oh, God, Do I have to? And I go, you're kidding me. I go, what would I say what would you do if I said I was going to hurt myself? She goes, well, do it fast. I got 15 minutes before my break. I hung up and said, holy hell, this really sucks. So I really should have put it online, but it was a private moment. And I'm sitting down there going, God, this really blows. What am I going to do? So I always promised to myself if I had a friend that was going through a hard time mentally, and I always tell them I am not a therapist. A licensed therapist goes through school, they look for certain things. I told a friend that they needed to seek a licensed therapist, and guess what they did? And it worked. It's been working out for them. And I think that it's been the best thing. He is planning to move to Ohio to live with his brother and to get started. And I said, there you go. You're getting started. And he found out a lot of stuff going on, about himself. And he's really excited. And I'm excited for him. But he's also, he's kind of scared. But he knows the familiar hair. It's not going to change anytime soon. And I said, your place is about 3,000 miles from here and you will enjoy it. I think that it's hard to get over when you go to like Michigan. It's real green. I mean, they get a lot of rain. It's real green. It's going to be that way. And that's the one thing that you can't get over when I first go to Michigan. It takes about a week. I was there a while back after my dad died. That was 7 years ago. So yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, I've been meditating, and when I go on channels. I have a subscription that's going to run out, I think on the 25th of April. I got to check it. But yeah, it won't let me like unsubscribe, like how when you subscribe to a regular channel and you're not paying for the extras, it's different. So I still have a subscription. So when instead of doing the live chat when they're on there, I watch it. What I do is watch it, and I don't even put a thumbs up to let them know I watched it. I just watch it and meditate for everyone involved in that. I guess you would say in that thing, but yeah, and I'm like, I just pray for them. I pray for my enemies. Yeah, I go on my enemies thing and I don't chat. I don't say nothing negative. I just meditate for them, imagining healing light surrounding them and giving them everything that they deserve that is positive. Not just what they deserve, I hope they blah. No, positive, deservement, love. When you send love, you're not sending like missiles, you're sending love. There's a difference. Some people try to sell love as a missile command, and that's just, here we got love here. We got missile one, love, called really big love. Yeah. So my feeling in all this, you want to get rid of negative. Don't have negative friends. I'll guarantee you, I don't care how nice they seem, how well they work. I don't care if they fart and their farts smell like potpourri. Birds of the same feather all flock together. So if you're wanting positive things to happen in your life, financial and all other aspects, if you have or you're hanging out with people who are negative Nellies, you might end up becoming one of them. That's what happened to me. It took me years. Jesus, I still have to step back. Oh, I need to shut up, and I'm like, I catch myself all the time trying, okay, step back, So I went on David's channel. He went live and he was working real hard and talking about all kinds of stuff. Now, I say stuff on his channel. We're on like mind feeling, and it's pretty good. But I went on a different channel and I was attacked because I've been on a lot of positive channels where you start putting hearts out. It's not for the speaker, it's for the room. I'm spreading love to the room. Here, love. But some people go, oh, you must like this speaker. No, it doesn't work that way. And yes, your neighbor who could be the biggest asshole of the universe, who maybe can have like cups saying, I'm an asshole, maybe needs a little love sent. Try it for 2 weeks. If you feel comfortable just saying their name and imagining them and spending about 10-15 minutes meditating on um on a beautiful light around them, see what happens. You don't know. Keep meditating. That's the only love they're going to get. You don't know if they have kids that the only time they know them is when they need money. Those kids, they don't come around. That's what I love about my son. He knows that I'm not a gazillionaire, and he still comes and helps out. He got my cat's murder mittens, and I'm grateful for that. It's all love. I don't care who you're mad at today. Send them love. Send them love, even if they fired you. Send them love, even if they hired you. Just send them love. Trust me, it makes life a little bit better. Jesus was right. All you need is love. And you don't hear news or anything talk about it. It's that simple. I mean, really that simple. But people are going to say, oh, we got to do mathematical problems and find out what the 100 and 100 plus 100 plus 3,000 plus. No, it's not that hard. It's that simple. Love. Love thy neighbor. My dad had these neighbors. I would have considered them heartless motherfucking assholes. I've seen each of their asses on the window. They were kind of drunk. They were just like, it used to be near the bathroom. Then they raised up the bathroom window. I was so grateful. My dad said, I'm going to send them love. I think they need love. I'm like, I don't remember how old I was. I had my own household. I thought I was all that in a bag of chips and then some. And the reality was, no, my dad had it all thought up. All you need is love. Yep, that's all you need is love. So he started praying for them, meditating and envisioning a bright color light around them. He had the best relationship with both of his neighbors. He really did. Because he prayed for um, his neighbor Dave next door too. He told me, he goes, oh yeah, oh Dave, he goes, man, he said, I know enough about Dave. I know what he did. My dad's like, you're kidding me. I don't tell people shit. Between my uncle and my dad, I knew enough shit to make my uncle look pretty, how can I say this? No vertebrae in the back. Trust me. I knew since I was about 15, 16, my uncle had no backbone, not a single one. His woman, who was the biggest thief in the family, oh yeah, she was church all right. She would say, God bless you, and you're wondering how much you're going to get fucked over. Yeah. And that's what I used to think. My mom loved churches. And yeah, she wore the pants. She caused a lot of my uncle's problems because she didn't want to deal with them. She treated him like shit. I watched it firsthand. Oh yeah. I did kickboxing in my 30s. I wanted to take her out one day, and I told my dad, just bring the bitch over here and I'll just kick her real good, And I was like, my dad's like, you're not getting it. Send them love. Say what? My dad's going, send them love. And that's what you got to do. Even even the two people, even though my uncle's not living, send them love. Send them love. The children, her kids, not my other cousins from my uncle, but her kids, send them love. Even my other cousins I get along, send them love. Send them all love, because it's better than sending them, because what you send out, you'll eventually, it's like a big number. It's like a big boomerang. It'll get back to you eventually. So if you send somebody love down that way, you're going to get love somewhere else. And if you're too busy being evil, mean, and talking behind people's backs, do you know what happens? That comes around, goes around. You ever heard that? Well, it happens. Then you get these people going, I don't know why I don't got to love. Well, if you quit sending out crap, it's like farting, expecting no smell. Really. So here it is. And I do send Zelda and her kids meditational. Imagine them getting better and sending them love. And it was hard at first. I really wanted to imagine them being, persecuted in some way. We always want to have what's right. You can imagine them. You see, when you go to court, what they say is they want to take the whole that was taken out of you to put back and replace. There shouldn't be extra, like extra money that you didn't have, that wasn't earned. You want to replace the whole. Yeah. But a lot of people want more than persecution. They want to get even to an unhumane manner. And that's not right either. Just send them love. Hope they do what's right. Some people, it takes them a bit to go to a therapist because they weren't brought up to learn that that's healthy way. Talking to somebody who's a licensed therapist, not your friend down the street who tells everybody in the neighborhood what's going on, okay? That's not a therapist. And if they call themselves a therapist, you can actually take them to court. Yes, you cannot be blabbing what your neighbor or some buddy that comes and talks to you, you cannot be blabbing their biz. Yes. Confidentiality is what it's called. So let's all enjoy a little weed and be grateful for the friends that we do have. Pray and send those enemies, those people, pray for them. They do need it. I do pray for Zelda and her kids. God, please let them not come near me and my family anymore. Amen. No, I'm just joking. I send them love. I really do. Because that is the one thing that will abolish evil. The one thing that will really scare evil is love. It scares the crappy pants off them. They run the other way. Whoa, boy. Because love's that powerful. More powerful than a gun. It's more powerful than a locomotive. It's better than Superman. You can make you Superwoman. Because Jesus had it right. It's all in love. And then the Beatles perfected. Down. It's all about love. It's all about love. Ooh. Seriously. It's all about the love. And it is that fucking simple. The aliens come down. We sent someone down a while ago. Let's say, Jesus, yep. He tried to help you out. And you know what you did? You laughed at him. And later on you go, he had something going on. Oh, the parables and stuff. I'm wondering. Then he sent other people down and they go, all you need is love. And I'm not even yelling it. I'm just stating it. You start sending out love. You're driving in the car. You know what I do when I see someone that pulled over, they got something going on with their car. I send them love. I send that whole car. I'm like, zap, love. Give it love, baby. I hope you have a good day. Mwah. I do that because when I started praying and I got a person in the car, they got all weird. And I would, not weird, it just made them feel uncomfortable. So now I envision a big bright light. Zoom. It's different colors that come out of my head. When I imagine it, it could be purple, yellow, blue, green, all kinds of light coming out. And I imagine it engulfing that car and giving them love, an instant love session. That's what I do. I just zoom, because I used to sit there. If I seen someone swaying a bit, I thought, well, maybe they're on their cell phone. They're not paying attention. Let me send them some love and ask that they get the help, provided that they stay on the road. Because there was one time I followed people who I thought were too drunk to drive, and I'm not going to call it in. I'm going to drive behind them, right? And one time it was just like before I was going to, I thought, okay, they're driving good, and they went along, and I went my way. They must have had problems with their phone or something. We all have that, you know. And you get someone who calls in, and you got a person on the other end who has nothing better to do and hasn't gotten laid since 1976. I don't know what that person, she had lipstick. I actually had a woman say, "You're actually going out walking with lipstick." And I'm like, "Ooh, you're actually going out with that face, aren't you?" Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm a love muffin. I believe, all right, there's times like now I put on my makeup and I want to go for an evening walk. Hey, John. Happy Easter, John. It's so good to see you. Oh, love and light, always. Oh, love and love. It's heart. It's my weirdo heart now. It's my heart. So yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't. Yeah. My Easter comes when my payday comes. Yay me. The desert is beautiful. Actually, it's in the midst. It's cooler than normal. I'm gonna be honest with you. Usually by April, it starts heating up to like the mid 90s. Yeah, so it's been in the mid 70s. I'm like loving it. You can walk at night and it's like cool. I haven't had to really turn on the air conditioning, which is nice too. It's better in my pocket. Yeah. I did my taxes. I did that Friday. It was a Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. I did my taxes, got it accepted. So next week I should be getting my money paying people off. I am broke. Oh boy. This is all I have left for my weed. This is it. This is my weed. This is all I have. I shouldn't complain though, but yeah. This is it. This is all I have. This and when I ground up. Yeah, I know. You turn it on, and it's like you hear you know when it's bad when you live in the desert and your vents go, "I'm sucking up the money." What's that? You're looking all over thinking have like a ghost from yesterday's past, and you're looking around and you hear, "I'm sucking the money up," and you realize it's your air conditioning unit. That's me. It's sucking up the money. God dang, it just is what it is. And I really do care about that, because if my ex could just keep it at least by 350, that gives me, you see, what I do is I have to hold about $150 aside. And then what I do is when I go to pay, or sometimes I'll put 150 in from one check, and then it's near my last check, I'll just put 150 in. I'll either pay it at the place or I'll just myself, do it electronically. And that works out too. I call it little by little. Like this week, I should put a little towards, like half of the bill, and it's much easier. And then the next week when it's due, I'm like, 150, no problem. In fact, let me check what it is real quick. Do, 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 do. Because I have it on here on the there we go. I am so glad I didn't get their they have oh, it's showing paid. So I'm good for a bit. I am happy though. Yeah, they showed it paid. So I know how much it's going to be. So if I put, excuse me, about next week, about 150, I'll be good. Yeah, we're doing good. You know what? You know what? You're cool. You're cool. I had a friend. I have a friend, and I told him years. I said, I think you're a wonderful person, but you need to seek help. And he finally did. And I am just so happy. Yeah. Whew. It's like now you need to pour into yourself. You gotta, I'm still pouring into myself. I have so much room. I'm like, oh, I gotta take my I have to take some things out of my room and redo the other room now. I had I had gas. I swear to God, I'd been down and was like, my butt was airy today. I tell you this much. So I just went and meditated all day. I really have. I've been meditating for myself and other people. Yes, I do have haters on the internet. Yes, I do go on their site. I do pray for them. I do not have a mean thing. I don't go, oh, you're an asshole, the month club. I'm going to, here, I'm going to fart on you. There you go. Made me feel good. Come on. All you need is love. Yeah. And I've done it for a lot of people. You don't have to tell them. That's a wonderful part about meditating for other people. You don't have to tell them. You don't have to expect them to come up to you and say, oh, thank you so much. You know that you're doing good because good comes back to you. Have you ever heard of people say that they prayed for people and bad things happen to them? Do you ever wonder if they pray and bad shit happens to them? What kind of shit did they do in their last lifetime or this one? I mean, it's just a thing to think about. Yeah. So here, let's enjoy some. I got some, it's not quite spent, but it's getting there. So yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to be the good on the weed, but you're going, oh man, I got friends with weed. I'm good. Actually, I do got some electronic cartridges if I really get in a pinch. Yep, my birthday's coming up on the 14th. So I really appreciate this. This is just amazing. I'm going to stay longer. So if John, if you can only stay an hour or so, that's fine. But I'm going to stay a little bit, I got nothing really much to do today. Staying here means fine, and then yeah, then I got to clean or whatever. Well, it's Sunday. I think I'll take a kind of a mental day off. But yeah, I seen my friend. I bought a while back last year an older Xbox, and my son needs to get the cord, so I got the older Xbox. I'm going to see how that plays and how I can deal with it and all the stuff that goes with the Xbox. I'm going to see if I can get Xbox and if what I can do with the Sims, because I love the Sims, but I love it on the computer on the computer like here. But the bad thing of having that on there means I couldn't do the Sims. The Sims money is the Sims free money of unlimited money trick rosebud, and they do have it online showing it. I like to see what I can find, what my options are with the cheaper version before trying to buy something that I really can't afford. I need to pay down what I owe, not the other way around. So I'm trying to do it the cheap way. So I bet about $60 on the Xbox, and I figure, it's pretty good. The prayers just soared. So usually when I pray, I don't use words. I engulf somebody in love. I envision healing, love, clarity. If you're feeling confused and wronged and dumb and hurted, maybe you just need to clear everything out and realize that some of your friends are friends and some of your so-called friends aren't. You know, it's just like what I said. I don't name anyone. They all know who I'm talking about. Going to certain places on the internet and just praying for them, really. And that's all you can do. You can either make your life better or worse. It is what it is. I just hate not paying my stuff. I want to pay off all my bills and all my outstanding stuff. It just bubbles my ass every time I get close. I have a problem with it. I'm like, okay, something's got to get done. And it's on my part. I'm going to deal with it. I got to deal with all this stuff on being monetized and making sure I come up on here every time I tell someone I'm coming up. I cannot miss a day because people are going to say she's just a liar. She says she's coming on tomorrow and doesn't come on at all. You got to have a schedule and keep up with it. And that's how I'm learning. I'm learning a lot. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years and I never took it seriously. And this time I want to be monetized. I want to be on the positive end and not have people go into chat and feel that they're going to have to feel hurt in some way. You know, I went on David Wilcock's channel and they were real, not super nice, nice, just, but I felt on a different channel when I did the same thing they did on Dave's that everyone was doing. They were sharing the love. They were having the hearts, meaning going for everyone. Let's share the love. So yeah, I subscribe to Dave Wilcock's channel. I've been reading his stuff for years. And the guy's really smart and he's positive. He didn't want to go on. He has allergies with the eyes. I do too. And that's what I hate when, it didn't bother me when I was young, but God, now uh, it does. But I still deal with it. Yeah. When he's got allergies with his eyes, he still went on. And I said, dang, it's all, we always think it's in our head, but we're not that person seeing how they feel. And their eyes are all feeling like they're emitting glue, is what my dad said. He goes to sleep and he can't wake up because he has to like pry his eyes open. So yeah, I appreciate that. When you have a positive person talking and they have positive people that are moderating and you have positive things going on and you go, hey, I just want to send everyone love. And everyone's, thank you. Yay. Oh, I got love today, and you're like, hey, that's cool. When you go into a room and you're not looked at like, oh, I like that guy that's talking and you're in my muscling in my stuff. I'm like, oh, bitchy, I'm just here to get the info and, have people be nice. I felt like in one chat thing, I was in motorcycle place, like these women were just raw, hard bitches. Just that's how I felt. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm sitting there looking, I better not say, I said no more and just prayed. I was like, oh shoes. And I just said, just envision all them talking. I'm going to envision, their names in them healing them. It's in a beautiful glowing light. And that's what I do, because I have never gone into a chat and been treated like that except one time. And that's when my ex was having an affair with a woman in Ohio. And he went on this chat, and apparently I went on the same chat he did, and they attacked me like really mean. So 6 months later, Steffi went in that same chat. Not 6 months, it was 3 months, because I hung out with a bunch of people who did the things that I hated, what some people did on chat. And I did it to the whole room, cleared the whole room up. Yeah, I had to kick them out. I learned that. So, yeah, I wanted a divorce then. I had to wait and finally got it. Yeah. And that's another thing. I just can't deal with the drama. I have friends that are really cool, but I like my friend Christina. She's no longer living. She drank herself to death, and I said, "You're blaming your parents for the way you are." She goes, "Well, isn't your father the way you are?" I go, "No, he's a little bit of me. I got my grandma, my aunt, my other family members, my other positive reinforcements. You can't just like lump all your problems and blame your parents and think you're let off the hook. Come on." I said, you've been on your own since you were 16. And she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Then why didn't you just leave your parents alone and walk away?" And that's what I said. I tried walking away. My mom found me. She really did. She actually found me and came back in my life. I, I'm smoking this baby down to the bone. This is like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, I'll be okay. I will. I'm not worried. So, yeah, I've been just praying to people or meditating and sending them love. I really, yeah. And I'm really happy about that because I've seen the positive results. Yes, I think about my daughter and I send her love. She may not feel it's the right time for her to come back. She might want to have her ducks more in a row. It'd be nice to have my stuff more in a row where I had it financially set. But yeah, I'm right with her. I get it. But sometimes if you wait too long, you're going to miss out on stuff too. And I learned that fact from not calling or connecting with my Aunt Karen, you know? So yeah, it can suck. I haven't seen some of my cousins like Dean and Don. My cousins are twins. Years. It'd be nice to reconnect with my other my family again. It's like I said to people, if I've had problems with certain people online for years, and I got tired of it. And one day I had a dream with my dad. He goes, "Oh, just pray for them, just pray for them." So one day I'm sitting there, I'm like, she had come on here, been chatting over there and saying all kinds of crap that's like, really? And I said, "Oh," I start praying. Suddenly she lost internet. I'm like, well, maybe love does something, gives you a break, and it does. What if you spend a whole month praying for somebody, or praying for a choice of people, spend a month praying, and tell me if you see them every day, you could see the difference. And I've done it. When you pray for somebody like every day, you don't skip a day, you pray for them every day, it makes a difference. It does. So let's get some more weed. It's when I'm singing, I'm in the money. I got it, honey. Oh, I got lots of weed. No, I don't. Don't got no money. I got a little bit of weed. I can't be all stingy, So I got to be grateful. At least I got some weed. At least I got a good deal. I mean, 25 bucks. I can't sit there and go sniffy, stupid. It's nice. I remember times when I didn't have any weed. Of course, I wasn't smoking it then, but uh, yeah. But I'm going to be honest. Sending the love, like I said, my daughter, it might not that she doesn't love me. She's just not ready. And Devin says, you know how Natasha is. I go, yeah, I do. And I don't say much to her. I just send her off with love and say, hey, that's all I can do. I mean, it is what it is. I can't change what she thinks. I mean, even her best friend who lives with us goes, I don't know. I go, oh, it's okay. She's just not ready. And I don't expect her to be. I expect the time when I hear from hers when she really sees the real dad. Yeah, that will happen. I am sure of it. Just not right now. So it is what it is. So anyway, it's always good to send love. Yes, if you have an asshole neighbor, that should be even more of a thing to send out the love because they're right there. Oh, yesterday I walked over an hour. I was proud of myself. Of course, now when it gets later, I got tired of um it's just you smell the exhaust and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's like, woohoo, we got the weed with no seed. As is sharing the love. I'm going to be honest, unless, it's like I'm thinking of getting a miniature, like, thing going, see how it goes to get some seeds, just to get like maybe one or two um, plants, have them. Yeah. But it's expensive. That's the only reason why I haven't done it. You have to have a certain set of money aside. It's almost you got to do it because you love it. But boy, that feels great. I have tried Hoppin yoga, and it really is hard to do because of the point if you're using a joint or this, it does it different. But if you get high before you do yoga, oh, it's going to be 85 tomorrow in the low of 46. Oh, yeah. That is real good. I'm smoking sauce. I got it at the source this time. This is what I got. They do have well, there we go. It does feel great. It's like, woohoo. Yeah. It's always good to send your friends love. My dad used to say, if you send the people that you say, because I owe, send them the company love, see how it goes. See how that goes and get a little more love back or something. Yeah. Yeah, this week I gotta go and get my get everything done. So I'm like, I don't mind the drive. I know pretty much where I'm going now. So yeah. So bye everyone. Oh, oh, here. Oh, I thought you were gone, John. It shows. Oh, are you going to stay? Because usually, yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't need to necessarily receive the love from another person. You can get it from somebody else. Like I said, if you're going to send hate, you got to, yeah. Yes, we are. We are sparks of light and we are loved, even when we don't feel loved. We are loved. And that's why, when I have like, I tell, I know when people are not feeling, yeah. Yes, I am. Aw, thank you. Sending it back for real. Yeah, I love you too. And it's an important thing. People don't realize that loneliness, just not talking to anybody, not going online, talking or nothing is a hard thing to do for me. I couldn't do it because I go on here and I pour my heart out and I tell everyone, what's going on in my life. I couldn't do it. Have some more weed. Yeah. So, well, it looks like we're going to have another beautiful day. The weather all over the United States isn't so much lucky. So we should. Yes, we are. And the whole point is, and a lot of people don't get it. So I went in this one chat and I'm like, oh, everyone's getting along good. Boy, did that square peg try to fit herself in a round hole. I tried to be nice and stuff. And I found out if you were a wallflower there, they were cool. There were people I'd just go up and it's just very after I put like sharing the love, I'm like, oh, it's not that kind of room. Oh, I was bad, my bad. So yeah, I didn't know how they were until I actually bought the join thing. Yeah, sending the love. That's what it's all about. This is where I went in the room and I went, hey, everyone. And boy, did I get ostracized for that one. That's all I did. I'm like, wow, there's some negative Nellies here. So I unsubscribed to the channel, but I still have the thing where I joined and oh God, now I see the videos of what that play. So I go there and I just like meditate and send them healing. Yeah. Try to make myself fit in a square hole. I was a round hole trying to fit in a square hole. I'm like, nah. So it is what it is. Yeah. Ah, we all can hope. Yeah. I was told by my ex that I would gain all my weight back. I would become really fat and no one would love me. And I'm like, I'm sitting there going, okay, that's real sweet. And I go, I hope you have a really good day. I didn't know what to say. I go, wow, okay, that's exactly what I said. I didn't know what to say. Mm, yeah, it's funny. Yeah. I can't be that way. And I'm glad that you worked on music, where that is for me. I can tell you, I could go, hey, this song and this song, that means a lot to me. I love the 80s and 90s. It has a whole different era. 2000s changed a lot. The way music is made now is definitely a change. Yeah. It took a long time. It really did. It took also having to talk to a therapist, and that's what I did. And the therapist said, "You know what? When you can't change somebody, and it's like more or less not somebody, you're trying to change your situation, and you feel that everybody wants you to work at light speed, and you're going, well, I can only do so much." And then I realized it wasn't me that needed to be just changed. I needed to walk away from those people, and it was hard. And to know, like they say, they know not what they're doing, and you got to send them love, because in a lot of cases that just leaves, when you send them love, even if they don't send you love back, that's fine. You'll find it, like you said, in another place. And when I get love, it could be at a time that I really need it. you know it's that time that, one time I had a neighbor, and she heard that I was out of work, and she gave me $100. She won it at a, a potluck thing, and she gave me $100. She goes, "Nope, I don't want it back." And one time she needed, like, I don't remember what it was. She was selling something, and she said, "I just need $100." And I go, "Here's your $100 back to you." It was just kind of like a joke, yeah. You got to get away from that. It's hard. I think that getting my divorce was the hardest lesson, because it was very expensive. In my state of Nevada, you want to get a divorce, you could pretty much, if you have nothing tied, you have no kids, which you don't have to deal with any, you know, children stuff going on. Kids are grown up. The house is the only thing that is holding that together. By my day, my dear old, yeah. Well, I haven't replaced the company. I just replaced how I act around people, and what I say to them. I don't let no one where I work at what's going on, and unless they happen to say, "Yeah, I seen you on YouTube or whatever." I go, "Yeah, you know, I work hard everywhere I go, and I put forth that effort." But I've learned not to tell anybody my business anymore. Yeah. I just keep it very vague, and just you know, and it's been a real good thing. I just vague. They don't need to know nothing about my life. You know, I'm like, yeah. I'm more open with the upper management when it's just us and they're saying, "Hey, what's going on in your life?" I'll be a little more open, because they're asking to get in, and I'll give them, whatever answers, whatever they need to know about what's going on with me. But as for the regular other people, no, I don't. I've learned my lesson. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, let me tell you a story. One time I did not set boundaries. It was my fault. I got to put my thing. Oh, are you kidding me? They are a beautiful gift. My son, and I told him this, Debbie, you are my favorite. I told him that. I told him outright, if I had enough money, I'd probably get him an electric car, get him a Tesla. Yeah, I would. He deserves it. He does a lot for me. Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, children are so beautiful. They are. My kids were great. Yeah. Oh, they grew up, you know, my daughter's a strong woman. I don't have to really worry about her at all. About her acting dumb now. I'm not worried. She got her, how can I say, she got her frying pan full. She don't need mama telling her what to do. She taking care of her own business. And I couldn't help her in any sort of way financial. And that's what, not that she's looking for, but it would help out. I never had problems with my kids. Really. My kids are good. Never had a problem. My daughter didn't like, I don't like she didn't like being grounded. She got grounded for one day and she acted like it was bad. And it was out of a mistake. I did it, yeah. Jumping on you're being bad. But it got explained and it was taken care of. So yeah. Never had a problem. It's my mother. She was my biggest, hardest kid to deal with. And yeah, she can run pretty fast for a senior citizen. Okay. She had Alzheimer's. So sometimes she forgot who I was. She never gave me a problem where she yelled or screamed and didn't want to be taken somewhere because she knew she would have to. Maybe her subconscious mind knew she would have had a long way back in her, the popo taker. So but she would argue with me. Oh God. I would go to the dollar store when it was a dollar store and buy stickers for her. An argument. You didn't give me enough stickers. Christmas time and her birthday, she got a lot of stickers. That and you had to like give it out very slowly because good Lord, grandma loved them. She did. Yeah. And I've told other people when they have patients like that to buy them on Amazon and eBay. You can get a whole lot of stickers for a better price. The $5 store. Hi, welcome to the $5 store. Yeah, that's $5. $5. $5. Woohoo. I haven't been there because it's not cheap no more. I'm going to be honest. You get 4 items, it's $5. It's like whoop de doo. That's almost the price of Walmart. In some cases, Walmart's been cheaper than the dollar quarter store, is what they call it, the $5 store. Yeah, so I go to the Wally World. I see all kinds of fun things like, hey, look at that. That's a crack in the, oh boy, that's a, ooh, someone split their panties. I go to Walmart. I'm thinking of just, I want to get one of those camera things, have it hidden on me. I had one old guy. I'm like thinking, I'm just thinking somebody's looking at me and following me. No, I look over like this, just like that. I look over, there's this old guy in a little cart thing. He's going, oh boy, I'm hoping you'll bend over. And I go, you gotta be joking me, right? I go, they need to get a titty bar in here. Yeah, I think you can move along, Cassidy. I'm going, you can, yeah, yeah. So I've been a little bit more, I'm thinking of, when I go out shopping now. Is this appropriate clothing? Well, I get an old guy following me down about 3 aisles, hoping I bend over. I don't know, Oh, my son goes, well, you make somebody's day. I'm like, thank you, Deb. That's just what I want. Put that on my tombstone. And my mother made everybody's day at Walmart here. She bent over. So I go home, and my son's like, oh, I just got up. Oh, that means you're not going to help me? He goes, well, I go, what? When you wake up and you're like this? My hands don't work. They're broken. I just woke up. Look. So I'm doing that. And he goes, I'm not going to help you. I go, I know, but I'm still making fun of me. It didn't work. He's like, very funny, weirdo. And I go, eh. Yeah, I got to take everything in anyway. But yeah, I do love my kid though. And I can get it. You don't want to get up and like be huffing, a bunch of mom stuff. And I do. I thought it was funny. So for a while I go, yeah, I attract kids and weird old men in little scooters. It's happened twice to me. First time I thought it was just a fluke. The second time, the third time, I'm going to be like, what in the hell am I wearing? And what kind of perfume is this? So I've been careful now in not wearing yeah, I'm going to wear my Green Army shorts. That's it. It's got a lot of pockets. I could put well, I'm hoping to get paid soon so I can pay my cell phone bill. See, I had a choice. My choices were easy. All right, cell phone bill, our car insurance bill so I can drive my vehicle. Car. Definite car. Every time. I could go home and I can still call. Yeah, I can still call on my computer because I got internet. So I've been enjoying my life and getting my shit together. Yeah, I meditated, and when you like try to get any negative out or whatever, and you drink a bunch of water, seems like you just keep going to the freaking bathroom. Excuse me, trying to find. Oh, there it is. I had a little bit too much and making me like, oh, where the fuck? Oh yeah, that's where I put my ass. Let me go and get that sucker. Clink. Yeah, it would be that way. If it wasn't for my body already hooked on together, when I'd smoke weed, I'd be leaving shit. You imagine doing that somewhere? You're at a party and you smoke weed and you ever thought like body parts fall off? Like you're looking for your ass somewhere and you're going, God dang it. Ah, there it is. There. Your dog's playing with my ass. Give me. Oh, I got my ass back. It's a little rough for the wear. Keep your poodle away from my bum. I do, I think when I have stresses happen, if I do shut down, it's not for a week, it's for a day or less. And I get myself up and I go, well, life is the way it is. You got to understand there are mean people out there. You have to stand up to them. And no, you don't need to be nice. Doesn't mean that your inner Jesus is doing bad or whatever. You got to stand up for yourself, the best way you know. And if you feel stressed out and you feel you have no one to talk to relay how you feel, get a therapist. Even if you see one once a month, it's seeing one, make sure they're licensed and see one. See a therapist, even if it's once a month. If you can only afford what the therapists are charging once a month, then it's better than nothing a month. I'm just putting it out there. My uncle was a therapist, and I'm don't know if he's seen one, but usually therapists have other therapists. They really do. My therapist used to get the other therapist going, "Oh yeah, I she told me right off," but I go, "Don't worry, my uncle's got therapists too." It's a whole thing, you know. But like anything else, you know, you gotta look to yourself. And when I had some things happen to me, I go, hold it. Don't sit there and put the blame on else. Oh no, Steffi, you knew what you were doing. When you blabbed to everybody, oh yeah, you might as well put a fucking target on your ass. You know, yeah, you got to put a target on your ass. And that's just the way it goes. You know, you can't tell if everybody, you can't tell, especially if you're starting a date and stuff. You got to keep all that secret for about 6 months. I've learned a lot. I no longer tell. I know, when I meet new people, I try to tell my, boyfriend or whatever, hey, let's keep it on a down low about me, unless I'm real big or something, even then, because you might be competing with them. You might have the same type of stuff that you have out on YouTube. They got your competitor. And then they're going to be asking stuff like, what you do and what kind of projects you're working on. You don't need to tell nobody nothing. You don't even need to tell them you have a YouTube channel because that's none of their damn business. When I go to work, I don't talk about my YouTube channel anymore. Nothing. I talk about nothing about it. I have nothing, it's just got a whole lot better. You know, when people talk, I go, I got my other things I'm working on that, and I don't say what they are. I just got other things I'm working on. But when I get my phone paid, guess who's going live and showing everybody? Oh, yeah. Guess what we're going to be dealing with? We'll be farting around. Oh, looks like I got to get some batteries. Oh, yes. All right. Is this working? Is this working? Let me see. Oh, battery went dead on this one. So I got to get a couple batteries. And when I get a couple batteries and I pay my cell phone, guess what? We'll be going with my electronic whoopee cushions live. That's right. You'll be seeing people at Walmart thinking they shit their pants. Oh, shit. They'll be looking. Oh, oh, and running me out the store. Hey, it doesn't spray nothing. I'm not spraying any food. I'm just making people think that they shit their pants, okay? I'm going to have some fun. Yeah. Hey, everybody's got that evil side. You just got to learn how to control it and integrate it within yourself. I want to get a t-shirt saying, pull my finger. And it's nice when you just wish well for people who you do get along with. Because you got to be careful. There's people that are not your friend, and there's people that give you, like grandma used to say, that fake painted smile. Yeah, your mom does a good one for that one. Yeah, my mom would take her pills. She smiled at everything. They always thought she was nice. Now you haven't dealt with her at like 6 a.m. when I'm getting up. But again, when my mom called me up and I was asked by my mother, do you forgive me? And I said, yes. And I love you. I love you. I didn't expect anything back because I got nothing back because her Her husband did not like me. And that's the reason why he said I was going to get nothing. And I pray for him. Yeah, I send him love. He needs a lot of love. He's got brain damage. I mean, oh, excuse me. He just needs a lot of love. Yeah, a whole lot of healing. Exactly. I think that not hearing from him is the most lovely thing, but I do hope you're right about that. You hope that they don't put their meanness on other people. That if they can't be in with society, maybe they're in, like, a padded room, a place where they're more well kept, you know. Just like I don't want to meet, Zelda's kids again. God, if I have them over, they'll probably rip me off blind. No, I don't want them over. Yeah, I've seen Zelda's kids in action. Her son's too big to move around. He's as tall as he is wide, poor guy. Yeah, I do pray for him. I told my grandmother what I knew about her kids when I was 18, and she goes, "God damn, you're observant." I go, "I've watched them, man. I would." Yeah. My grandmother used to say the reason why we lock a car and we hide the things that we care about is to make people honest. So if they don't know what you have, they're not going to steal from you. The same thing goes with what I was taught in my family. We never asked or talked about financial stuff ever. Financial, no. But when it came to my yearly with my father, every year I had to talk to my dad and tell him what I did in my housework that I deserve anything better, a raise or a bonus. Yeah, that was for Christmas time. It was a big thing for me. Shoot, I got a better bonus from my dad than from my when I worked at a newspaper. Really, I did that out of love because I love to write and I didn't mind, you know, selling. I sold the thing and then I do write a couple commentaries on there and that's it. I had a good time and I loved it, but I didn't make crap for money. I was a Holly Herald, the Holly Herald. It was a long time ago. God, I remember when it just opened up. That was so cool. I gave up. Oh, I forgave my mom. I really did. I knew by the time I was 8 what those pills were, why I should never take them, because my mother left them out where I could get them. My brother couldn't, but they were on a high shelf and I could just open up the bottom drawer. You know how you have those drawers are just up and you open up the bottom, you step up. I could get up to those pills, but I knew those pills were not good. I knew not to touch them and I never took one. They were bad. They were extreme diet pills. And when I did them, it's like after this is what my mom told me, when you do them for a long time, you black out. And when she'd black out, that's when the mean mom would come out. And I told her she had a mean side. So, yeah, I quit doing them after a summer. And my grandmother told my mom if she brought them around, she'd get in trouble from the family. They were like super diet pills. You have to learn how to eat and love food and how to exercise. You know, I come from a big eating family. Goomkies, pierogies, man. I looked forward to going to Uncle Chester's house. Uncle Chester had the best potato pancakes. Man, they were good. But dang, he was a practical joker too. And he also was good at doing stuff with plants. You know how some people, he had the hottest pepper in that backyard. You couldn't get it with a regular, like say you get the little, plant. No, you need the dishwashing gloves. That's what everyone used. If you ever got his peppers, I did it once. I took the gloves off, put the gloves down, didn't wash my hands and rub my eyes, and they burned for hours. He loved to play with gum, and he would take Wrigley's, soak it with the pepper. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was pain. I tell my friends, don't get Uncle Chester, if he hands you some gum, you better not take it. I told all my friends, they thought I was joking. They found out real quick Uncle Chester's peppers were hot as a MF, and you had to go get not just water, but milk. That was the only thing. Woo-wee. Yeah, they come over. No, you go run home, get your own milk. Tell your mom why your mouth is on fire. Both my parents. I got to tell both my parents I love them. Thanks for all they have done. And all they have felt that I need to forgive them, I forgive them and then some. I love you unconditional, no strings attached. I felt the same for both parents. And I felt that they gave me a better life. I mean, after talking to some of my friends, I'm like, shit, I had a fucking good childhood. I'm like, oh, I had one birthday, I had so many people. Oh yeah, I could talk about one birthday what my dad did, and it was hilarious, but I can't do it over here. Oh no. But yeah, I had some great birthdays. I could tell you all the things that I have done, and then you go, no way. Yeah, I was what? I think 12, 11. I was about 11. We were over in Canada having to drive back to the Four Seasons. And my dad said, you know what, Steph, you're going to have to drive. I'm like, oh shit. And that was a stick shift. Yeah, I drove us home. My dad's like, we were waiting. We were at the fucking spaghetti factory. That's what it was. And everyone was like, we waited for hours. And my dad said he ate, herbivores. He would always joke and there wasn't enough herbivores. So yeah, I drove home. We were so lucky we did not get pulled over another time like driving. Yes, may all be healed and may everybody, just think about all the things like, I'm trying to think all the people that need, prayers, my ex stepdad who who put the cunt in a whole different wordism. And you go, well, let him be healed, I don't like your actions and what you've done and stuff, but yeah, I send you off with love and light. May you be healed. Yeah, or may all be healed. And that's the important thing. Yeah, so when we feel our boundaries have been mishandled, you have to also think, did you put boundaries down? Oh, you didn't? I've learned a lesson, quite a few. And when I don't put boundaries down, it's not their fault. It's my fault. I got to put blame on somebody else. I got to sit there and say, well, I got this boundary. I'm going to put it for this situation. In this situation, I'm going to put this boundary. So, we also we talk about enemies and people who piss us off. I have had loads of them. They've even come on here and said some crazy shit, and it is what it is. And I've had people who I didn't even know come on here and say some crazy shit. And to all of them, may I send them with love and light, and you be healed. All the people in dealing with the war, all of them, may they be healed with love and light. May my light heal them where it is needed. And that's what I would love, you know. Boy, that burp felt good. I have been so gassy, it's not even funny. I did not do any yoga today, I tell you. Can you imagine me bending over? Boy, it'd be like rootin' tootin', you know, shooting all over. My cat be going like, damn, I gotta move out of the way. It's so windy. I have a thing where if I put my legs up in a V, my cat will go right under them. And he'll wait and wait. And then he'll go, I'm tired of waiting. He'll put his paw out. And he'll like act like, okay, I'm looking. Sometimes he puts both of them and he's like getting all excited. I'm videoing it. I have it on shorts somewhere with my cat, but I'm going to start recording him more. He gets a little more excited lately. And I don't even get him catnip. He's like, woo. And I'm grateful. Those little things and talking to people on here keeps me in touch with people. You know, it's the same. If you have a friend that says, hey, you know, people, I don't care what people say. If you tell someone, hey, I hung out with a friend and he didn't, you know, have any sex of any kind, not even kissing, you're just giving them the lowdown. This is, yes, I agree with this. And you're getting help and you're doing good. And it keeps them alive in their spirits so they can move on. You're your friend. And you wish them well. And you know that they get sad like everyone else. You know, so you want to, you know, I feel good when somebody finally reaches out and they get the help that they've needed for so long and they start waking up and doing things for themselves. They're going to move to Ohio and have, or is it Idaho or Ohio? It's an, you know, I think it's Ohio. And I was like real happy. Yeah. Oh, I know. It's been all day today. Woo, boy. Yeah, it started yesterday. It was after I eat that bean burrito. I swear to God, I eat that bean burrito. It's worse than broccoli. God dang. It's like somebody, you know, it's like I bend over, I fart. I get up. I'm like crepitating like the queen master. I could go for the crepitating contest. Jeez, it's been embarrassing today, but burping's funner. Yeah, I didn't exercise today. Then I go, oh, look at, there's some of Devin's pie. Me oh my. So I had pumpkin pie. It's only this thick. Then I'm thinking, I'm hoping it's not filled with caffeine like the other one. I was up till 3:30 in the morning. I wonder why I'm just up. I had half the pie and I'm just like, woo. He goes, hey, Mom, did you know who ate half that pie? And I'm like, why? And he goes, well, I put a lot of caffeine. You mean that coffee over there? Ah, shit. No wonder I was up till 3:30 and he's laughing. So, yeah, I've been gassy today. Talk about farting. See, I couldn't fart before, and I'm making the jokes now. I can fart without the fart machine. Hey! Yeah, I got to get the batteries, the 9 volts. It's old tech, but it's fun. I can't wait to have fun at the grocery store. I had these when my son was about 9. Not the exact same ones, but, and we decided to leave it near the meat area because for some reason the meat area and old people seem like a magnet. Sure enough, I give my son the remote and I said to him, just press it a couple times. See what happens. Two beautiful old couple come in. They're holding hands. You know, she's getting the meat. He's on the other side. My son goes, vroom, vroom. And it sounds like wow. And I'm sitting there watching his life go to hell. I had to go over there, intervene, and tell them it was the machine because she kept hitting him with. At first, I felt so bad for the poor guy. I didn't want to do it. And my son's like no, we're not doing it near the butcher's department. Fuck. Whoa, someone come out with a knife? Oh, no, no, I'm done. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at my cat. Look at how he's sleeping. It's so cute. Where? He's so adorable. So, yeah. Yeah, I did it once, and I was like, after the old lady pretty much took her purse and just whopped her husband, and had to go for her and tell, no, 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 it's the machine. It accidentally went up. It's for me. She goes, really? Yeah, I can't fart. This helps me. Yeah. My dad and I have stories about those machines because he's used it. He said, first time I used my whoopee cushion was on great grandma. I go, really? My great grandma, you had to wait. The whole story that you would tell would be long. So it'd be 3 naps. That'd be 3 days. And you get the whole story to write it down. Then the next day you get, the middle part of the story. And then finally you get the finale, the end. You write it down. And then you would say, I think would sound better if we said this. Grandma will laugh. And you wonder why things change. I still like Brother Grimm. One of the most unusual ones that you don't hear about was the one that they wrote about the guy who couldn't shutter. Makes you think, what if we couldn't send all the evil stuff and get mad at someone and say, hey, I understand you're probably having a bad day. I don't know what went on, but no one else needs to have a bad day like you. Just, tell someone, hey, my day's been not that great. I'm sorry, stuff happens. Not everyone's perfect, including me. Shoot. We all have to put out boundaries. And when we don't, and we want to blame other people, you gotta, it's like it took me going to a therapist, finding out about boundaries. And I'm like, wow. And I've been going to a therapist for a while. Like I said, I think Michigan was real good for the schooling. California, when I came from California school all the way to Michigan school, I was 2 years ahead. I was literally 2 years ahead. They were testing me and they're like, are they really that way ahead? Yeah, I guess so. I was 2 years ahead. So just send them love, send them love, send all your enemies love. Be a dove if you can, send love, 'cause it does help your hand. Send love to your neighbor and help them. Set boundaries with everybody, even your loved ones. Do set boundaries. Oh, yeah, that's important. Even the people, especially the people you love, you don't want to be angry because they don't know that you don't, what's your boundaries? Set them, put them out. And for the people you work with, I would say set a lot of boundaries. Oh, yeah. And I do, because I've been recognized at my work. And now I can keep my mask on a lot longer. I'm good. Yeah, we got a new person here. I don't know. Yeah, I do. When we hire new people, that means I got to find out if they know who I am. Do they go on YouTube? I kind of like, they talk about YouTube and stuff, and I kind of like, I know other people are fishing if they know who everyone is and who's this person. Yeah, I've been recognized. Even I went, what was it? It was a while back. Last year I went to Wallflower for something because it was what I was looking for, and they had it. So I stopped by there, and someone says, "Do you have a YouTube video?" And I go, and he goes, "Let me see if I can find this." I'm like, "Oh crap. Yeah, that's you. Can I have a picture with you?" Yeah, it's happened. I've had people recognize me. So I got to keep on my good. I get a lot more people when I'm positive. And no, I don't care about my they can say all they want. I'm going to be honest. The people who love me are going to say the nice things when I'm not in the room. The people who are jealous and crappy and maybe having a pissed off day, I don't give a flying fuck. They're going to be the ones that say the shit that, well, she's crazy as fuck, man. She's talking about love. I don't get that. Ugh. I don't care if you get it or not. I'm just put it out there. But yeah, you got to set rules. Oh, yeah. And I didn't know that. And I went to all those therapists. My daddy should have got his money back because you got to set boundaries for all the people you love and all the people you work with. My boundaries, I'm not a taxi unless I know you very well. There's only certain people I will even drive. And it's because I trust them as a human being and they would not take advantage of me. I know it. There's people I knew that won't take advantage of me, make me feel happy. Woohoo! I had one person go, "You're going to drive me, aren't you?" I go, no. That's a big no. That's when I really started learning. When people ask you out of the blue and they're kind of like children, and you're going, "No, I think that you can walk yourself. You need the exercise anyway." So it took me a while to learn about that. But I cannot, like I said, it's no one to blame but myself. And things happen. Like they say, you can learn, or you can be real stupid and play that stupid game again and get those dumbass prizes. And those aren't fun. Those dumbass, I like to be the one sitting eating my popcorn and going, "Yeah, this is a good show. Yeah, I told you it was." Because those are the ones I look forward to. Not at work, mainly on TV and stuff. Other people's personal life going to fuck, and you don't give a crap because it's not yours. It's like my next door neighbors. I told Devin, we need to get those cameras out so we can get Natural Geographic out here and see those crackheads, Natural Geographic, in their own habitat. They have the imaginary mailbox go. They'll walk real slow. They're going to go to that mailbox. They're walking real slow. They too need love. Send them love. Let them be healed. But God, Lord, I I watched for half an hour. I'm going to go, "Lord, what are..." My son goes, "Hey, Mom, you're watching Natural Geographic." What? Well, he's done that 3 times already. Oh, okay. Well, maybe he needs to be sent. Well, oh, he's a crackhead, Mom. All right. They need love too. When I'm driving, I do go to Las Vegas. I love the outlet stores when I do have the money, because it's not only do you get the actual name brands. When you go to Ross, you're not getting name brands from other outlet stores. You're getting those brands, those name brands are made for that store. They're not made as nice as the outlet malls. So I go to the outlet malls and it's a little more spendy, about $25 more. I wear out stuff and I'm really hard on things. So I go to the outlet store and that's where I buy my name brands. You got Guess. They got my high tops that I like, my Converse. You buy 3 pairs, it's about $100. And that's not bad. And I enjoy going there and spreading the love. That's where we can see people while we're walking. What I do is I envision while I'm walking, there's this big light. And the light is going to go all over everywhere I go. It's going to touch and it's going to give them love and heal them. That's what I do because it makes my whole visit nicer. You know, you're sharing the love and you're doing that. It's like going in to see a people. When I went there, it was a lot of people out shopping in April. I think last year, Easter was later. Well, anyway, yeah, because I usually shop near my birthday time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do April. Might have to do it next month because I just don't have the funds. Because I want to kind of do some nice things like get some I nail dip. I do my own nails. I like to get some more nail dip like stuff online to do my nails. And get some Converse and go to Guess and get an outfit. I love Guess. They have a nice outlet, yeah. And then I share the love as I go and drive. I have absolutely no problem with Las Vegas, the resident drivers. It's the people who are visiting. Oh God, that felt so good. Oh, boy, I feel so much better. Woo. So when you get angry at somebody, you got to think, what are they teaching me? So one day I got angry at my friend and I said, hold it. I shouldn't be angry at her. I should almost thank her because I realized if I would have told her in the beginning, this is the boundary, this is how I feel about this situation, how long it should last, and let's make a contract so you know, not just by me saying, but you'll see it on the contract. I made many contracts with my dad. Oh yeah, because if you wanted something and it was over $100, yeah, I was a spendy daughter, and you go, okay, Dad, this is the reason why I want it. This is what I'm going to do with it. This is how it'll make me better. So I told him, hey, it's a Sony Walkman. It's got everything. I can listen to music and get shitloads of work done. And I did use that word shit and load. And my dad got it for me the next day. My brother goes, how do you get stuff? Because I do a good commentary and draw pictures. Yeah. That's how it was when I was a kid. Man, I used to be able to draw. I can't draw anything now. I can't, I got to relearn. I got to relearn a lot of my stuff that I used to do. Really relearn. It's amazing, but yeah, I used to. My favorite thing to draw was the unicorns because I think I don't know if it's on my mom's side or my dad's side, someone in our family has unicorns in our family crest. So when I present something, I present the 2 unicorns because that's how it was on the crest. We had 2 of them facing each other, and you could see the horns. And they're not the sweet creatures. I was told that unicorns in the Black Forest, you fucking run, them fuckers will kill you. They gotta, They got a sharp thing at the end, that unicorn. Yeah. We're always learning. I got to relearn that. I'm just going to go on YouTube and just, I got a sketch pad and I'm just going to have to relearn all that. Take time out and figure out, yeah. Well, when you relearn, it's a faster learning process. I'm going to relearn how to do unicorns. And then I'm going to make a different type of Powder Puff Girls from a friend of mine that I always, call her Bueno Girl. She's Hispanic. And I just go, there's Bueno Girl. I'm going to I want to draw a different type of Powder Puff Girls. Call them like Desert Flower Girls. So yeah, I've been, more or less, yeah, my uncle passed away. I expected it. The phone call I got this, it was, I missed it. It was Christmas Day. And I didn't have my phone on where I couldn't hear it. I didn't find out until I got my new phone. And I'm going, wow, okay. So I listened to it and I didn't know if it was, and this is how my uncle and his wife worked. And he would call, you would call his phone, and she would answer and get you on the phone if you wanted to talk to her or not. So calling that number didn't necessarily mean that she would, you would get him. You might have to deal with Princess attitude. And a lot of times when that would happen, I'd just hang up. Oh, yeah, she controlled him big time for years because she had a spending problem and she would borrow money from my dad all the time. The reason why I'm saying anything is because they're both gone. I didn't want that kind of information coming out when my uncle was still living. Hell no. But yeah, he would. That's the reason why I probably didn't answer. Maybe I just, yeah, my son said, yeah, when you have to deal with someone negative, and it didn't matter how much, you pray and stuff, that she's just done a lot of damage to my family. Yeah, I know. I just thought, I hope he's not asking for money. I got none. So when I called him back, I'm thinking, okay, I hope he's not asking for money. He never answered. Um, I don't know if he blocked me. I don't know if I'm going to be honest, I don't know if he was calling to ask for money, because that's how they worked. He'd call up and then later on you'd call back and she would get on the line, or if you answered and he'd go, yeah, Steph, oh, by the way, so and so wants to talk to you. And then he'd hand the phone, you hardly got a word or two out. A lot of time, yeah. Well, he has two children that are his blood children. And I had made, for the past month, videos. So I wanted to let my family know that his stepchildren are quite the little evil bunch to watch out. I told my aunt, please do not let any, I said, those two are horrible little people, not little, horrible human beings. I said, yeah, they need lots of prayer. They're trolls. In I, my uncle Ken, who's English, would talk about trolls. And what he would mean is the best way to tell you is it would be a Merkel. Harry married a troll. She's everything she touches. And you got to send those two lots of prayer and love. But yeah, You have to deal with, trolls. You got to send them a lot of love. Make sure they don't touch your private life. No, they haven't. And they can have everything they stole. That was, okay, that was Clinique and that was an expensive thing. And I have moved on to different makeup. I got a better set of makeup than what I had that I lost or was stolen from me. Yeah. It's just stuff that I don't have. I mean, most of the stuff I buy now is better than Clinique. I like to go to that store in Las Vegas. That would be nice instead of having to order it. That's what I like to do for my birthday. Go to the store for that. Go there. I think in the, I'll look it up there, but I think there is like a, the mall with all the name brands that are cheaper. So if I can go there, I think you got to pay for parking. But it's not that bad. I think it's $10. And if you go to the store, you won't have to pay for parking. I think that's the deal. So I'll see what they have because I really do like that name brand. Um, it has the best lipstick. I found out a lot of CoverGirl, Maybelline, all those lipsticks with red have a lot of lead in it because I like that red, the crisp look of red. Yeah, I think it's over here. Yeah, I like that crisp look of red, but I had to order some of my stuff. It wasn't available in that company, and I would have to. See, it's a nice, you got to reapply. But yeah, I consider I moved on. Like I told my aunt, you cannot change people and you can't, you know, think that you're going to be with your positiveness, that they're just going to love you now. It doesn't happen that way. And she was like, but Conrad's wife worked for the church, and I go, "Oh, I know a lot of evil people in the church, done a lot of evil things. We all know that." I said, and then you can hear my uncle going, "Oh, that didn't matter." I go, "Oh, she's evil as sin, along with her two little evil little ones." Yeah, she was something else. So send her love, send her kids love, especially my cousins. They're good people. They really are. I don't know when's the last time they seen their dad, if they seen him recently. Yeah, so it's been a lot of learning, but mainly knowing that, there's things that I cannot change. Time, it takes time. And when people go over now these boundaries that I have, then I go, okay, I made the boundaries. You went over knowing the boundaries. I go, I'm going to have to say that I'm not talking to you right now. I'm upset what you've done. It just happens. Some people, even when I have done in the past, made boundaries, they went over them, and I make more, and I go, okay, I'm not talking to you because you keep going over those boundaries. And I can't, and they go, what boundaries? Well, for real, I'm going to tell you what boundaries. And I'd give them a list, and they get all mad. And you're like, I'm not talking to you. And then they'd go try to talk to you and pretend like nothing's wrong. And you're going, went over my boundaries. I can't talk to you. I'm sorry. I could talk to anything to deal with work. You don't need to be talking about my clothes. You don't need to be talking, saying how nice they are or whatever. You need to talk about work. If it's not about work, I'm not talking to you. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah. I had given a person more boundaries than the average. And finally, when I went into work and she was being real nice and saying stuff about and I just didn't say nothing back. I was done. I told her I was not going to talk to her. Why was she acting surprised? Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, and that's the only way they know. So I quit talking to her and I pissed her off more than me saying something. I was like, this is the best shit. I got the idea from my therapist. He said, quit talking to her. If it's not to do to work, if you have to say something to work and you come up to her and you say what you need to be said and you go off, you don't need to fraternize, entertain, or be your best friend. You just are a coworker and you need to tell her what what needs to be told. And if you don't have to do small talk, then don't have to do it. And I went by the playbook, just quit talking. And it was the best thing ever. It was a little bit lonely at first, but boy, it was nice. How can I say, it was nice standing up for myself. That's what I did. Yeah, I quit talking. I'm like, fuck, this is great. Put on my music. Fuck you. You don't go up to them and say, fuck you. You're listening to your music. You're going, fuck you. Yep, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. I'm looking at you and I'm going to send you love, though. You motherfucker. But you get mad. And then you once you go, okay, uh, this is unhealthy, and you go, all right, they manipulated enough, I've played that game, I'm not talking. It just makes it so much better. It gets them angry, and that's when a management go, well, what did she say? Nothing. Did she do finger gestures? Nope. Yep. And that's the way I feel. They're trying to put gas up your ass, gaslight you. Just like when I found out Senior Psychopaths was having an affair, I said, if I jump up and down and get all upset, I'm just ruining my chance to plan a getaway, plan something. And that's what I did. Yeah, gaslighting. I hate that. It wasn't my fault. My pants just fell down along with my underwear. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gaslighting's never fun. So yeah, that's the best way I've ever learned in a business, in a work situation, is you could say to management, look, I've had somebody, I just want to not talk to them as a person and stuff. I just want whatever you could do with management to tell them. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. It's like dealing with a toddler with no guidance. So that's how I've had to pretty well, you know, just not to talk to much people at work. I really don't. It's just not worth it. Every time, I've gotten super close with people and didn't put stuff in place to protect myself. Okay, if you know I'm not there to be your chauffeur, I'm there to be your friend. I don't mind if you call at 2 in the morning, but I don't want it every fucking weekend at 2 in the morning. No. I might be asleep or I might be up. Who knows? But at 2 in the morning, I guarantee I'm high as hell. You know, you better give me an Uber because, yeah. So yeah, you got to put those little blocks or little understandings to people, just so they go, yeah, okay, well, last weekend we called her, we better call different, friend. It's just I've had to learn that. And then I would sit there and talk to my therapist. It's their fault. You didn't. They didn't know. And I go, what do you mean they didn't know? Wow, you're right. They really didn't. Yep. And I said, I didn't put boundaries out. Wow. Not everybody's going to, you know, need boundaries, but just in case, like Grandma was said, keeps people knowing what's going on. They're not, like Grandma said, they're not all, in the know. They don't know what's going on. It's true. You got to put the boundaries out. I don't feel comfortable with this, or this is a no-go, or I can't be this, or, and I learned that's been the best thing ever. I had a friend of mine call me up and say that she needed a ride to her boyfriend's place. I had smoked some real good stuff. I had eaten. I was hungry and I had eaten, and I was like, she called me up. I said, sure. I fell asleep, and the next day I woke up and I said, I'm sorry. It didn't mean to happen, but yeah. And like I said to my son, you know what? I said to her, I didn't mean that to happen, but sometimes I'm just real too tired and I've just, been off more than I can chew. I've learned that boundaries are very healthy. When somebody suggests them, follow them. If you have a respect for somebody and they put boundaries out, you got to respect it and go, you know what? I'm going to, that's how you know if you're dealing with somebody who doesn't want to hurt you. Not in all cases, but I'm just saying, someone says to me, I don't feel comfortable with you talking about penises. We'll just say, I have a friend, and for some reason that month, even though other months she wasn't that way, you got to respect that and call it a different word like Willie or whatever, just don't call it penis. Yeah. Yep. Boundaries are a wonderful thing because when you put them up, you go, we agreed. And if if you're really smart, like say if you promise to do something when somebody goes on vacation, don't just do it for a word. Make a contract. You want something done every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Make sure you have something to fall back on. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. It took a lot of pain and knowledge, a lot of pain to find out how wonderful it is when you start off with what I have learned with rules. Okay, if I'm going to do this, this is how long I'm going to do it for, and when I'm going to tell you we're going to do it from this time to this time and for this long, and after that time you're on your own and you can't go bitching to everyone else. Boy, it makes it so much fun when you do the boundaries first instead of like 2 years later. And it's no one's fault but my own. I am the adult. I got no one to blame. The blame game is done. It's me, myself, and I. Oh boy, I learned. I said, yeah, it's not going to happen again. So yeah, I give you the silent treatment. You have overstepped the boundaries. I've already told you overstepped the boundaries, and I will only be talking to you business wise. Since I don't talk to you business wise, that means I won't be talking to you. If it's nothing to do with work, I don't talk. If somebody says, "Hey, tell everyone that it's break," I will go, "Yep, it's break time, everyone." I go up to that person, and if they have headphones, I go, "Hey, break time, let's go. All right, you getting ready? All right." I'm just not getting personal. And that's what I learned. Boy, it gave me a lot of strength. That person got so angry. Ooh, I loved it. It was fun. Yeah, I knew it would. Because I was talking with my therapist. He said, "Oh, that will piss that person off like you can't believe." Boy, he was right. Mhm. Yeah, I need to get a new therapist so I could just talk to someone at least once a month. That's what I'm thinking of. That I'll just do something once a month. Just like a, I don't have nothing um, drama based. It would probably have to take a month for just anything. And usually it works itself out. I don't have the problems that I needed. That's why I haven't looked for a therapist because I don't want to take my time out. Yeah. Yep. When they realize that you're not like when I really, in the end, when I just didn't talk to that person, oh, it was lovely. And I didn't cry about it or get upset. I knew that that person just didn't, that's just how they floated. That's how they went. And I was good. I, and then one day she was no longer in my workspace. So I was good then too. It was like, wow. Yeah. And then I was truly free because when she would come on talking, I would just say stuff like, yeah, I wouldn't really give her the time that she really cared about. And I think that that was the end. It was nice. Once I found out when you feed them, you give them the I hate you, you're a bitch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're giving them fuel. They're getting attention. But when you just ignore them, oh my gosh, you ignore them, you just took away their power. If you only say, if they go up to their work and they say, well, she's only saying stuff for work. Well, there is no law at any job that I know of that says you must make friends and be chummy with everybody. Because I remember her argument. She's not talking to me. I hear her fine. She told everybody it was a break. She came up to you and announced it. There it was. I didn't get in trouble. I'm just not, sucking her farts no more. So, she's going to have to blow her farts somewhere else. That's the way I figured. And it worked. It really does. You setting boundaries. I wish I would have set them a long time ago. And in a healthy relationship, it's welcome. But in a non healthy relationship, that's where they get mad because they go, don't you trust me? No, I don't trust anybody. I don't know you from Adam. I just met you. Of course, I don't trust you. When I first meet somebody, you think I'm going to be opening up to? Oh, fuck no. So, what do? I'm a devil worshiper on the weekend, and I help my church because that's what they will probably say what they hear. So pretty well, I just keep my distance. Any new people that I don't know, if I have friends that I trust there, and they go, "Hey, that's my home girl. She's cool." I'll be a little less, on tension, but you still have to put out those barriers. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. And it's always in the works because you'll have a chance to where you don't put up those barriers and you're going to have to think real hard. Do you think it's worth it? Do you really trust your no, I don't trust myself enough. And I put up, we're talking just people you work with. What do you tell them? Nothing? You tell them nothing. Know them for 12 months to really bring them into your inner circle. We're talking where they meet your mom and dad and people. You got to know them for a bit because you don't know how crazy they are. I've worked with some people that I was like, yeah, you got to put a lot of barriers out, a lot of things going. Nope, I don't do that. And the new thing that I put, I am no one's driver. Now I'll drive that person because I know them for over a year or two. I know that person a couple years, but even if I'm driving them, I will say I will only drive you so long. Then you got to learn to get on your own. Put barriers out to be healthy, not to be the evil person of the month club. And I learned that that's how you keep up that whole thing of being a good friend is having barriers where you're like, you know, right away. Because if you don't do that, they don't know that it's bothering you. You're just bitching off on the side and you're looking like the bad person. See? Yeah. And I said, I have no one to blame but me, myself, and I. Yeah, that's all I look at. It was the same when I didn't have a credit card and I brought cash and it disappeared. Didn't matter who I was with or who took it. What matters, I was stupid enough not to put it in my bra. I could have put it in my bra. No one's going to be going in this thing. This is better than Fort Knox. And that's where I am with that. If I lose money, I may bitch a little bit, but I got to move on. I was stupid. If they're going to steal the change, go for it because I'm not keeping that in my other wallet. Yeah, my other wallet's going to be this. And I know there's no going to be walking up or some guy taking that without a one hell of a fight. It is. And my dad was probably the best one for that, was boundaries. He said, when you have young children, when I was about 8, my brother was, I think, we were 4 years apart. So when I was 8, he was 4. And my dad said, your house is your inner sanctum. Your room is your place. To bring someone to your house where they're bringing their energy to your family, that's very important. You got to be careful who you bring around. If you have your mom there or your dad, it doesn't matter if they're crazy or does stupid stuff. It's the energy and how they drain your family and how they make your family go, God dang, she crazy as fuck. And that's what my dad would think. He had a therapist say to wait 6 months before bringing anyone around because you see, my brother loved to freak people out. He would get not real dead things. He would get bird feathers and stuff and put them together like he was making a collage. And then you know what he would do? He would put like animal, like ground beef and stuff. He'd get it from the fridge and make it up and make an effigy like creepy. He'd have ants all on it, and a woman would think that my brother killed a bird, but he just made a thing and freaked out somebody because he didn't want my dad to get married. Yeah. He did some creepy shit, man. Oh, yeah. So my dad had to put boundaries. And when he did stuff like that, he would take note of it and he would talk to, my brother's been seeing a therapist since forever. My brother contacted me 2 years ago and I told him the boundaries. Being that he's super narcissist and a super sociopath, he didn't like them and he never contacted me ever again. Best thing ever. You got to be, man, my brother was real good. But he called me up and I said, I put a boundary out. First one is, I don't borrow from you and you don't borrow from me. What? Yeah, we don't borrow from each other. I'd rather be broke than have to deal with Senorita's psychopath. Yeah, he, she, Erica now, just not very happy. The boundaries are set at that. I will never borrow from that piece of work and she will never borrow from me. I send her off with love, but yeah, she borrowed quite a bit from daddy. Yeah, because she borrowed so much, she didn't get as much from, I guess they found out. It don't bother me. Anyway, yeah, I put a lot of boundaries out, and when I did, she never called me back. Best thing ever. I started setting them out, and I was like, damn. She must have gotten her inheritance earlier than mine and knew I was going to get mine because she called me 2 weeks before the lawyer called me. Just a little hell. But boy, I put those boundaries in. I'm like, I don't like that. Don't have to deal with your crazy, but I live, send you off with love. Goodbye. Best thing ever. Oh God, that felt so good. It's like, oh, my stomach was blurbled up. It just looked like, oh, I'm like looking outside. Thank God I'm not having to wear a swimsuit today. I look like, Jesus Christ, let's go. And I can enter a farting contest twice and win. Let's go do those sit-ups. Woo, woo. And keep doing what you're doing, John. Really. Setting up boundaries. Oh, yeah. Like my dad said, this is what my dad said, and it's fucking true. You want me to give you guys some advice? You want to be able to tell someone off and they won't get ticked off, but you got to remember you cannot raise your voice and you got to keep smiling. This is what I've seen my dad do it. My dad back in the 80s had credit cards that you could probably buy a car out of. My dad was really good in business in all through my childhood. There's times we've had really lean times, and there's times that we've had really good times. And then the good times, my dad never had a problem sending me off somewhere with his credit card and only getting what I told him I was going to get. Because I had to pay him back, I earned my stuff. I didn't get free stuff except if it was birthday or Christmas. Those are earned things. I went into It was a gas store. I knew exactly what it was I was going to go for. It was the purse. I had the money. I'd already given it to him. See, I didn't pay cash for stuff because when you take the item back, the store only gives you a month. But when you buy it with a credit card, you get a longer purchase time warranty. Oh, yeah. Anything bought on financially, if you want to save yourself a lot of hurt, your debit card should be kept in a frozen block of ice, and you should be paying your stuff off through your credit card. And then you pay it off at the end of the month and you rack up the points. It pays. Some of them have like a certain percentage back. Oh, you want that? My dad used to make bank. He was really good. He'd pay off his credit card each month. He knew how far to go, what he afforded, And you take your debit card and you make sure that no one else, you put it in a vault where no one else can get to it. Because then if somebody, like say, somebody goes in your account, takes all your money out of your debit card, you're done for. You usually sometimes don't get it back. But with a credit card, you get those funds right back like that. That's why you don't use a debit card. You get them right back. And it's a lot easier, and it's their money. You use your money, more or less, to pay your bill off. Yep. I got a lot of bills. Oh, yeah, a lot of credit cards. But they will be paid. I'm not worried about that. Like my grandma said, even if it's $1, like she said, it's whatever you can. It's better than nothing, you know. So you got to be creative. You got to, know where, you got to be honest with yourself. I've said this on this show. We are the best liars to ourselves. Oh, I love looking at myself. I remember when it was more or less after 2012, I like fucking woke up and I said, holy hell, ooh, did I get fat? My daughter heard me. She went, Mom, I go, look at this. This is after we moved to, I love this house. It was my dream house. Oh my God. It was the weirdest house I've ever lived in, and it was pretty normal. But how can I say, the energy there was really weird. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just happy that next week, at least I can pay some bills off, feel, I'll have my phone back. Like I said, I had to pick. You got car insurance and you got telephone, The car insurance won out because I love to ride my bike and everything, but then you got to take your license plate off your car and all that. Fuck it, I'll just pay the 180 and have to pay for my other stuff. And yeah, well, I'm happy I was able to get my cat his wild cat food, right? He went like this, right? So keep sending love throughout the world. Everybody who's watching this, send out love, light, where it's needed. Let's envision peace. Not just pray for peace, but envision peace happening where people are getting along. No, we're not, we will argue, we will fight, but to have a war is just senseless. Come on, we're smarter than that. I mean, Arabic people have some great food, I eat hummus. Hummus is Arabic, and then you have all the food, and the shish kebab. Oh God, I haven't had some good Arabic food. That's what I really would like, is to go. Let's go get some Arabic food. It's actually quite healthy. They had a place one time. It was called Aladdin. I don't know if they still have it. I would have to look what places they have. Let's go get some Arabic food. It's pretty good. I used to work in an Arabic restaurant, and before they moved to the Comerica Bank, the old bank, they used to have this small place that they rented out. The Comerica Bank is really big, and it made their business much bigger. Well, when they call them Cedarland. I worked for Cedarland, and this place was haunted as all can be. And I remember that I was supposed to leave it was like 10. I said, the neighbors came down with their kid, said there's no one upstairs. I go, why are you saying that? Because people complaining that we were moving stuff and we're not going to be up there. So if you hear any movement, it's somebody else. Maybe it's, the dead are coming out to party, huh? I go, fun. They were not even gone 10 minutes, and suddenly you hear like a ghost going, yeah, here, listen to this. Like they dragged the chair for a real long period. And I look at my boss. Am I used to punch out now and leave you alone? He goes, you know, punch out. He goes, oh, no, 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 you're not leaving me here alone. I'm like, are you sure? You know, the ghost can do with some friend. You're not leaving me here. He was a short little Arabic man. And I go, I think you're going to have to bribe me with some money. And he goes, really? He goes, I got $10. No, I could take some food home. And that's what I usually did. If I go, no, I like the Arabic food night. It's some good food. Yes, they are destroyed by the light, but we do need a little bit of everything, light and dark, like the yin and yang. It's just when you let the dark overpower you and you just think of ways to get even, you become very hollow. You can't just think of ways to get even. You got to just send them off with love. Put your boundaries out. When you first meet someone, when I now say I don't know, let's say I'm at any job USA, at any place USA, and they're going, you meet someone new, what do? You keep them at arm's length for more than 3 months. But I would say 3 months, usually you find out, you know, if they got a good work ethic, because in 3 months they could get fired in most cases. If you're at Walmart and you do even, I think it's two no calls, no shows, you go in to punch in, you can't even get in. You're fired. Yeah. Light is eternal. Yes, it is. It is. It is eternal. Light is eternal. Yes. When you have those people that come and you, like I said, put boundaries out, pray for them or meditate, send them love, but you don't have to talk to them. And if you don't work with them and they're just somebody that you happen to bump into and you just think that they're just the biggest asshole of the universe, pray for them. Be thankful that you don't live with them or have to work with them. I'm just putting it out there. Uh, well, I've learned if once you put boundaries out and you're not like recrossing the line, they're not crossing the boundary and you're letting them go, you're putting them out and they're cemented in. You're going, nope, I can't do that. Nope. Well, it is what it is. I put them boundaries out when we met. It's no surprise. It is what it is. And that's what I say now. It is what it is. And that's just the way it goes. And that's what I put out. I put boundaries out. It's been the best thing. You can't bitch to them because they already know the synopsis, the story. You put a boundary out, they try to cross it, and you said, yeah, when you close them down and they got pissed off, they try to talk to other people and they're going, no, she put a boundary out. Yeah, wasn't it this, that? See, when you put a boundary out and everyone knows, they're not going to talk behind your back because there's nothing to talk about. That boundary wasn't crossed and you walked away. And you weren't the bad person. That's what I love about boundaries. And that's what I've learned about everything. You know, if you don't put certain things out, you're playing the dumb game. Let me guess if I'm going to lose some money this day. Woo-wee. I got no one to blame. I got two bank accounts right here. Left bra, right bra, or left tit, right tit, you know? You got two. No, it doesn't hold change, but I do have a change person. That's fine with me. That's hey, I have gone to, I learned my lesson. I've gone to places and I go, excuse me, I got to go in the bathroom because you're not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to be digging for gold. I go in the bathroom and I figured out if you have the ones on the right and you have the bigger change on the left, it's easier. Or if you have the ones and fives and you got the bigger change elsewhere, on the other. Yeah, it is true. It's been a journey because I would get upset and then blame other people. I'm like, hold it. Why am I blaming somebody for not putting boundaries out? I was the one at fault. Oh boy, when you put boundaries out, especially at the beginning, you just meet someone. Let's just say, okay, I don't have a guy, I don't have a boyfriend, and someone that looks promising. Now I say looks promising. So I put the boundaries out. No, I'm not going to drive you to work. No, I can't lend you money. No, I don't feel comfortable getting close to you right now. Right now, it's a no. Reason why? Because I don't want to be somebody's like where I have a boundary of lending people money. And I'll tell you why. I knew somebody at work that was borrowing money from everybody. I was just lucky enough that I had money to pay for my Jeep now. Yeah. And I said, I don't got the money. You could borrow against yourself, but you can leave me alone. Bye. And that was it. A lot of people were pissed because, yeah, yeah. My theory is most people, unless they really need it, I have lent money out, but it was with boundaries. My boundary was if I have to hassle you for it, I will never lend you that ever again. Ever. This lifetime, you're done. And I never had a problem. I lent someone some money and I got it back. The next time I seen them, they had it right there. I'm like, wow, I forgot all about it. I like those surprises. Those are nice. Yeah. And when you lift up that veil, you're like, shit, if I would have put boundaries up, I could have seen that a long time ago, like way down the way. And that's why I tell people, you don't have to go to a therapist all your life. You could go, like I tell everyone here, once a month. Just make sure they're licensed, and if you do feel that you should check up, like they're working from their own house, ask them for the license. You can do a background check and find out if it's real. But most of the time, I worked with people in a professional setting, and it was pretty good. I've had better therapists out here than in Michigan. Michigan was, for a while, for the education in their schools lacked, and they went above. But yeah, I was ahead in school. Yeah, I think if I would have put boundaries with my ex, I believe that my family, who believed I was doing yeah, they were right. Well, anyway, I probably would have had a whole lot more help with everything in my life. But as a kid, man, I had it good. I really did. My dad, I think my brother was jealous because he did get what was left over. And I feel bad, but it is what it is, you know. You know, my dad started putting up boundaries, and he would say stuff like, we did a vote on, my brother wanted $1 million truck, and 5 years prior to that time when he was asking, he probably would have, and we would have all suffered because my dad didn't want to say no or hurt his little boy Blue, he finally said, no, we can't afford that. You need to get a truck with this payment, what I could afford. And 2 months later, my brother ended up in a bad accident. His life changed for 2 years. There was a four. So my dad said, here I would have had to buy a truck that your brother couldn't afford to have anyway. So when I told him that we voted against it, my brother quit talking to me. I'm the best thing ever. When I told him that I have boundaries and him wanting me to do reality series is not a part of them, that he is alone, I cannot lie. And he wants to lie on everything. And I said, I can't do that. I rather be broke than a lying bitch. And I'm still good with that because I can see myself in the mirror and I know where I come from. So that's where I'm with that. So that's where I'm with that. You got to move on in life because, oh boy, I'm glad you can't hear that one. That one was real big. Oh, I'm living alone. I better get, oh, geez, I better get some. Oh, there we go. Fresh cut pine. Woo! My pants are on fire. Woo! Woo! Yeah, fresh cut pine. Smells like pine and bear. We got fresh pine and bear scat. Oh, yeah. That's right. I do. I actually got that. Okay, you got to see. I get drift, and I really like having a car that don't smell. So, and it smells like pine. It's like fucking. I'm gonna order their thing for their home where you could just. It's. I couldn't find the little thing that went in. This is the drift, and I just like hook it up, and it just hooks pretty good. But it smells so good. It is. It's like drift. Yeah, I'm gonna see about when I get. See, I can't add anything extra, so I brought that in so I could fix it up, and I forgot to bring it back out. Yeah, there's a little magnet thing that hooks in the middle, and it keeps falling off. And I just said, "Fuck it." Wow, and I did that little contraption. It works. Because I just didn't know how I was going to write the company and go, I love your smell in my car. Unfortunately, I drive like a mad woman and I must hit every pothole or something because I'm like, damn, I put it in there and I went and it went pew into the next seat. I'm like, what the fuck? I had to go on a search and find with that. So I got my little drift hookup because this is like supposed to be a little more spendy. See, I put that. See, in the middle here, it's supposed to have like a little thing that hooks on there, and it like it's got little grabbies, but it's metal, and it's like magnet, and the magnet just doesn't stay on. Not the way I drive. Hey, I got a Jeep. In Pahrump where it says you see everyone's been using that. You go, that is a Pahrump shortcut, but you gotta know. Let's see, do I got the right shifter? Yeah, put it on Sam. I haven't done that in a while, so I don't understand why it was falling off because I wasn't driving crazy. It's just it pretty much just didn't stay on. So I got my newest contraption, to hold that on. What I'm thinking of is put it off on the side so I can like kind of tape it where it won't like move. So that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah. Yep. Lucky me. So yeah, drift does make it good. And when you put it near where the air blows out and stuff, it really makes your car smell like whatever you want. Mine is pine. I love the smell of pine. I just they have like that warming heater thing that you could get for your that looks like candles. Oh my god, I love the pine ones. I do. Uh, Hi. Feel free to put a thumbs up. We're talking about spreading love around the world, sharing love. Love thy neighbor, love thy enemy. I think you almost need to love thy enemy a little bit more because you need to send them the love from afar in some cases, but it's good. I always believe in that, to love. But yeah, I have my phone is shut off because of the fact that I had to make it's like I like having a car. So yeah, I gotta have insurance. So I paid my insurance and that left one. Yeah. Had to do my taxes, so I will have money. It's coming soon. Woohoo. They accepted my return. That's what the IRS said. They go, "Ooh, we'll get that." Yeah. So I'm excited. I mean, I got food in my house. Hey, I'm thinking of having some ice cream. Boy, that'll be fun. So yeah, I pretty well just nothing really bothers me. It doesn't if someone makes more money than me, it's okay, it is what it is, you go along with the flow and let's just move it. And like I have learned, I keep people at an arm's length and will not drive them home or to work if they cannot make it home. And if it's like an emergency situation, that's something different. But on the average, yeah, I have to put those boundaries out for my own sake. So I don't get close to somebody that's a big ass snake. Oh shit. I'm in the snake pit. Man, let me get let's look here. Oh man, I got the attraction, but I need the detraction. Let me go get that. I'll show you that. All right. I actually order these. Now, I'm going to be um, honest. If you're more into essential oils and like a clean scent, like you want to like feel like you want to purify something, I go on this. I haven't had the money to buy. The last time I had the money was over 5 years ago, is when I went on this site. It's called Twitchery. It's called Attraction Spray. Now, how you work, it's like instant magic. Okay. It's like you're getting a little instant magic. Okay. Um, you want to attract, okay, I want money. Okay. I don't you have to want to really believe it, but I like it for the smell. It's got a kind of a almost like cinnamon citrusy. It's got a clean. I like. and I'm not allergic to it. Some of the sprays that you get online, let's just be honest, they're not made. This has infused with herbs and essential oils, handcrafted and potent. What gets me, it's handcrafted. I don't know how potent it is because I sprayed it a lot. And, you know, it's not this that works, it's what's in here. This didn't change anything. All right. You know what changed? Me changing what my thought pattern was. Am I, going to like chummy up to everybody that's new in my life? Oh, hell no. That's not going to happen. Those boundaries are going to be boom, boom, boom. I got my boundaries up. I will be nice to them. I will give them, act like a coworker, not like someone like a, hey, I'm welcoming you here, giving you, no, let somebody else who is the management give them all the rules and everything need to learn. Let me be the worker. If I'm on management, that type of team, then you got to give out more. And that's what I learned. I learned there's boundaries at work, there's boundaries with coworkers, there's boundaries with friends who you work with. Yeah. I learned real quick. Learning real quick. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say real quick. It took me, well, yeah, it took me a year to realize that I screwed myself over. And I'm like, oh, crap. Yeah. I didn't know what else to do. I had to set him up later, and it made me look like the bad guy for a bit. And then after everything blew over, because I knew it would have to blow over. But no, I do not believe in this, but it has where both male and female can wear it and it wouldn't be overpowering and nasty. It's actually a pretty good. It doesn't make me itch. So I used up the other one, which was a different smell. It's supposed to be potent. I guess if you believe in something enough. But right now, I would say I believe more in myself than going out and trying to believe into something to look into myself and what am I doing to make my life better. Does my room look better? Yeah, I got a new whole thing right here. Look how big that sucker is. It's taking all the other stuff. I'm getting room in here. I got the thing I got to put in the other room and clean that out over there. I'm going to have tons of room. I just couldn't believe it. How much room I'm getting. I mean, I think I'll put that over here. I got room. Yeah. And I'm excited. I'm getting stuff clean and done. I could get this all gone. I could put that from there to go there. You know, I'm thinking of getting some cubes that I could put up over here so I could take care of the other stuff over here that I keep and I have. Yeah. And I just feel blessed and lucky. I got a cat that loves me. He's around somewhere. When he's real quiet, I look at the door because he can open that door after a while. He learns how to jimmy it from the bottom. Yeah, he's done it. There's a little hole, a little thing where there's no more carpet and it's paw. My son said one day he's looking and he sees a little black paw grappling it and pulling it. And Devin's like, oh, okay, I could play. So he's playing with it. And the cat get more excited. He said, yeah, you got to keep that door closed a certain way. I'm like, dang it. So yeah, he can get out. So I've been excited, about just getting stuff done. And even though I don't got people to come in and see this, you can see it when it's online. And it just makes me feel good when I wake up. It makes me feel what I want to do. That door, I'm going to paint it to look like the Friends door where they have that little cutout, that little frame thing. That's what I want to put on that door. I want a Friends door. I don't care about, I do like their couches, but for now, I'll have a friend's door. That's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to get the color of the friend's door, and I'm taking the fucker off the hinges. Sorry. I am not going to try to be painting it. No, I'm going to do it outside. I'm doing lazy way. And then I'm going to put how they could see out the door. I'm going to do that. Even though I wouldn't be able to use it really, it's more for a showpiece. I could just have one that doesn't work. Yeah, exactly. I'm doing it because it just, I'm going to be honest. Do you know what color hair I got? I got Jennifer Aniston's hair color. That's what I said to my hairstylist. I go, I want Jennifer Aniston. So before I got there, she did the whole research. She spent a week researching the color and asked several different, okay, is this, make sure by the time I got home there, I was going to have her hair at least. And that's, oh, I feel so loved. I just need to get it cut again. So I will have money to get it cut this week. So I'm going to get it cut. Yeah. I got Jennifer Aniston's haircut because I consider that we almost, well, we have similar, I guess both we have oval A's face, I think she's a little darker than me in color, but I like her color. Yeah. But yeah, I got her hair color. I'm like, so yeah, I want to have a friend's door. Exact door that the friends has, how they have the things. So I'm going to tell my son that's what I want him to do for my birthday. Yay. So they'll take the door off and they'll go and we'll paint it because I want to do that. That would be nice to see. Well, I am going to go to the bathroom and let everyone enjoy the rest of Easter. Thank you for spending time with me. It's nice catching up. And I'm making sure, okay, making sure I don't got no lipstick on my teeth. So I'm going to make myself a shake and not a shake, a food shake, protein shake. I need more protein. I live alone anyway. It's not like heating up the blankets is bothering anybody. So I think I'll take Monday off, but I will be back on Tuesday, 7 o'clock. All right. You take care. And thanks for spending time with me, and happy Easter again. Let me see. Yeah. my emoji. Let me see. I'm trying to get. Oh, it didn't show up. I had a symbol. I'm trying to get symbols here, and it's not showing up the way it should. Because it's black on black. It's like... Oh, goodness. Oh, oh. Oh, well. Okay. There we go. And sending love to everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for spending it with me. I really appreciate it. Thanks. All right.